Hello, everyone, and welcome to my CBS GH spoiler channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital, full episode, Saturday, March 7th, 2026. Sidwell caused another horrific, shocking death. Port Charles will never be the same. You thought you were ready. You were not ready. What happened in Port Charles on Saturday left fans absolutely screaming at their televisions, and the internet has been in full meltdown mode ever since. Grab your tissues. Your jaw is about to hit the floor. The calm before the storm. The episode opened on a deceptively peaceful Saturday morning in Port Charles. The sun was barely cresting over the harbor as the familiar skyline of General Hospital gleamed in the distance. Inside the hospital, nurses moved briskly down the corridors, the rhythmic beeping of monitors providing a false sense of security. Nobody, not one single soul, could have predicted that before the hour was up, Port Charles would be burying another innocent victim at the hands of the most cold-blooded villain the show has ever produced, Victor Sidwell. His name alone should have been enough of a warning. Fans of the show know that Sidwell has been operating in the shadows for months now, weaving a web of manipulation, blackmail, and outright terror across every corner of the canvas. His sinister smirk, his calculated pauses, the way his eyes go absolutely dead when he decides someone has become a liability. Viewers have been screaming for weeks that nobody was taking the threat seriously enough, and on Saturday, March 7th, 2026, every single one of those warnings came tragically, horrifyingly true. Inside General Hospital, a secret meeting gone deadly wrong. The episode's first bombshell arrived early. Dr. Monica Quartermain had quietly arranged a confidential meeting in her office with a key witness, someone who claimed to have ironclad financial evidence tying Sidwell directly to the illegal organ trafficking ring that has been the show's central mystery arc all season. The witness, a soft-spoken hospital accountant named Devin Walsh, had been feeding information to Monica for weeks, terrified but determined to do the right thing. What neither of them knew was that Sidwell had already been tipped off. As Monica stepped out of her office to take an urgent call from the ICU, Devin sat alone, nervously shuffling through a thick folder of printed bank records. The camera lingered on his face, the deep worry lines, the way his hands trembled, giving viewers a creeping, sickening sense of dread. Then the door swung open. It wasn't Monica who walked back in. It was Sidwell. Dressed impeccably, as always, with that chilling calm draped over him like a tailored suit, Sidwell closed the door behind him without a word. Devin shot to his feet. The folder slipped from his hands, papers scattering across the floor like fallen leaves. The exchange that followed was brief, brutally, horrifyingly brief. Sidwell didn't rage. He didn't threaten. He simply looked at Devin with those dead, hollow eyes and said, "You should have stayed invisible, son." The scene cut away. The discovery that broke everything. 20 minutes into the episode, Monica returned to her office. What she found there will go down as one of the most gut-wrenching, visually devastating moments in General Hospital's storied history. Devin Walsh, young, scared, brave Devin Walsh, was slumped in the chair behind her desk, gone. The scattered papers still lay across the floor. His coffee cup was still steaming. Monica's scream echoed through the entire hospital wing. The scene shifted immediately to chaos, nurses running, security flooding the hallways, Dr. T.J. Ashford sprinting in from the ER, only to stop dead in the doorway and press his hand over his mouth. The look on T.J.'s face said everything words couldn't.
Commissioner Anna Devane arrived within minutes, her expression carved from stone, but even she couldn't fully hide the devastation in her eyes as she surveyed the room, because this was personal. Anna had been the one who convinced Devon to come forward in the first place. She had promised him he would be protected. And now, staring at the irreversible consequences of Sidwell's wrath, that promise lay shattered on Monica's office floor, right alongside those shattered financial records. Port Charles erupts, and Sidwell plays it perfectly. While the hospital descended into controlled pandemonium, the show cut across town to the Metro Court, where Sidwell sat at a corner table enjoying a leisurely brunch. He was laughing at something his associate said. He cut into his eggs Benedict with the precision of a surgeon. He was completely, disgustingly unbothered. When news of Devon's death broke across the television mounted above the bar, Sidwell glanced up at the screen for exactly 2 seconds, then returned to his meal. The table next to him had no idea they were sitting 3 feet away from a murderer. Across town, the fallout was explosive. Sonny Corinthus, who had his own complicated history with Sidwell, dating back to last fall's dockside confrontation, received the news by phone and went absolutely volcanic. His right-hand man barely got out of the room before Sonny flipped the table. Meanwhile, Carly, who had been warned by Sonny repeatedly that Sidwell was escalating, sat in stunned, trembling silence, her face cycling through grief, guilt, and a white-hot fury that promised serious consequences down the road. Even Ava Jerome, who was not easily rattled by death, looked genuinely shaken when she heard. She's not going to stop. She never stops until there's nothing left to destroy. But the episode wasn't finished delivering gut punches. In the final act, Anna pulled up the hospital's security footage, and what she found made her blood run cold. The cameras had been looped, a professional job. Whoever did it knew exactly where every lens was pointed and exactly how much time they had. This wasn't impulsive. This wasn't panicked. This was planned down to the last second. And then, in the episode's most spine-tingling moment, Anna's phone buzzed with an unknown number. She answered. Silence. Then a low, measured voice she recognized instantly. You'll never prove a thing, Anna. You never could. Sidwell. The line went dead. Anna stood motionless in the middle of Monica's ransacked office, phone still pressed to her ear, the full weight of what she was up against crashing over her like a wave. The camera slowly pulled back, widening to show her as a solitary figure, surrounded by evidence of a crime she may never be able to formally pin on the man who committed it. The screen cut to black. What comes next? Fan reaction online has been nothing short of volcanic. Hashtag Justice for Devon was trending within minutes of the East Coast airing. Longtime viewers are calling this Sidwell's most brazen move yet, and that is saying something. The question now burning through every General Hospital community is simple and terrifying. Who is Sidwell targeting next? Because one thing has become clear crystal after Saturday's devastating hour of television. Nobody in Port Charles is safe. Not the witnesses, not the investigators, not even the people who think they're untouchable. Sidwell has declared open season, and General Hospital has never felt more dangerously, brilliantly alive. Tune in Monday. You have been warned.